never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow.
The past is gone. Now's the future.
Yeah! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Weekly Review. We are back. It has been a few weeks, but the three of us are back together, jailed back together. Better than ever. My name is Mike Larkin, joined as always by the RWT Deadman, Paul Morales, and Daniel Crimmins. Boys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We're going to be reviewing WWE's Crown Jewel.
What do you want to talk
about? We're going to be reviewing WWE's Crown Jewel, as well as talking about the news and notes as we do. So I figured we started off like this because, my goodness gracious, we had a round of releases this past day and a half. So the following NXT releases have occurred, as learned by Corey Hayes, Body Slam Net, and Fightful, and this is from Sean Ross Sapp. Now, a lot of these talents as well have decided not to renew their contracts, as we did see Zeta Steel from WWE Evolve has decided to go back onto the Indies, did not want to renew her ID contract. Kylie Ray also did not renew her contract. As we also know now, Kylie Ray is pregnant, so she's going to go be a mom.
It's not mine.
Even though she is a beautiful, lovely lady, yes, we are very happy to see Kylie Ray once more bringing another beautiful child into this world. So congratulations, Kylie. But these are also some of the releases that we had, and we'll start with these. Lance Anoa'i, who we didn't even know was under contract, and we didn't even know what the hell happened here because he wasn't even on TV. I guess, I don't know what happened where we didn't get to see him as part of the bloodline or whatever, but Lance Anoa'i has been released. Jen Tala, who was on WWE LFG, the last time we saw her was against Callie Armstrong for the Evolve Women's Championship. Draco Knox, who was also an Evolve talent. Hayes Jameson, who the last time we saw her was on LFG Season 2, also an Evolve talent. Summer Sorrell, who was also on LFG Season 2, also an Evolve talent. Braden BJ Ray, who clashed with Bubba Ray Dudley on LFG as well. Jamar
wasn't Braden Walker?
No, knock, knock. Who's there? Braden Walker. Jamar Hampton, the former Troy Yearwood, who was also on WWE LFG, who is teaming with It's Gal on Evolve, has been released. Stevie Turner, the Prime Minister, has decided not to renew and also was no longer with the WWE. She recently tweeted that she can't wait to wrestle again, so we're going to see her back doing her thing on the indies. And, of course, the one that was the shocker for everybody, and we'll talk about all these people, Wesley has been released by the WWE. The last time we saw Wesley was his heel run feuding with the Rascals. We saw him have a couple of interactions with Javon Evans. He was managing High Rise, the team of Tyree Inoue and Tyson DuPont, and as well doing his thing on Evolve and managing them on Evolve and wherever he could, as well as NXT. So that was the last time we saw Wesley. Hey, that rhymed. But I'll pay you. No. So that was the releases and not the renewals of the people this week. So let's start it off with this. Paul, I'll let you go first because I know you got some things to say, and I'll go through them as well. But I'll let you go first, Mr. RWT Deadman.
I think Stevie Turner was kind of a weird one to me because it's like she had this prominent role in Evolve. She was their GM, not to mention that she was, co-GM with Robert Stone, on NXT. And then, it just happened to be like, there was interactions, like she was there, she was in front of the camera. So that's one thing that kind of threw me off. And then the other one was Wesley. Wesley, of course, we know how good he is and how talented he is in the ring. But the fact is that he wasn't on TV. He wasn't even there. Like nobody even, like John Cena, you can't see me. It was like he was there 1 minute, then he was gone. And it was just like, was he injured? Were some things going on? What? I mean, I understand if you don't have anything for him, but dude's a talent. And if I'm a betting man, TNA would be one choice. I don't want him to go to AEW because there's too much freaking talent there, but I think he'll thrive on the indies.
I also think they got the Rascals there. You got Zachary Wentz, you got Myron Reed, you got Trey Miguel. So I see him going back to TNA, which, given the old Desmond Xavier moniker, let him do his thing over there. I gotta say, man, also with Stevie Turner, of course, she is the wife of Kit Wilson of Pretty Deadly, who we've been recently seeing on SmackDown get mollywopped by Damian Priest in very funny segments. I look at from Stevie Turner's side of things. I think she would do well in the knockouts. I mean, you got Haley Hudson, and you got the other UK talents over there too in the knockouts division. So I think she'd do very well as a TNA knockout. So I think that would be very cool. I think you're going to see a lot of these people because I know a lot of people want to see people in AEW, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, man, TNA has such a fresh knockouts division, and they're really growing and grooming them back up to where they need to be, especially now that we found out that Ash by Elegance looks to be retired from the ring, as she said in a recent signing, which breaks my heart. But you need more ground layers for the knockouts division. I think those names would be very, very beneficial to the brand. Now, Daniel Crimmins, I'll go with you. Your thoughts on these releases?
So we noticed it is a lot of the WWID talent.
Yeah.
I honestly am wondering, maybe they're getting ready to pull the plug. And the reason I say that, the Raja Jackson shit, all that, like, that was at, in a WWID sponsored show.
I can definitely see that. I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. I mean, when you have other places like we mentioned Rikishi's promotion is where that'll happen, but I also look at other spots like the FSWs, the Future Stars of Wrestling, and so on and so forth, the WWNs. I mean, I think it's also a case of, we know it's a performance-based business. If they felt like these talents weren't up to par or they weren't improving or progressing, I understand that. It's a business. But yeah, it is crazy to see like a lot of the ID talents. I mean, with Zeta Steel, she's 20.
For The Rock.
I did it for the people. I think when you look at a woman like Zeta Steel, who's so young, she's only 21 years of age. I think she wants to go expand more on the indie scene. She really doesn't want to be under that structure. I mean, Zeta Steel was a prominent role on Evolve. She was with the Vanity Project. So, I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but we shall see. I think a lot of these talents have a lot of upside, so I'm really interested to see where they all go. I do have to ask you one thing, because we were mentioning a lot of these talents. One release talent as well was on AEW this past week as far as Title Tuesday goes. So they were doing this whole big reveal that Mercedes Moné was going to defend the TBS championship against a local from Florida, right? Anyone from Florida. So I got to ask y'all, what were your thoughts on that person being Lacey Lane?
Cool.
Were you?
It was like, okay.
All right.
I mean, I would have thought more Izzy Moreno would have been my choice. But I mean, you figure, that they believe it was like a 10-year anniversary from her seeing her and Sasha and Bailey and in NXT, her meeting Bailey and Sasha down there. So I don't know. To me, it just kind of seemed coincide, but hey,
All right. I mean, and I like Lacey Lane. I think Kaden Carter, the former Kaden Carter, you got to think like with these new editions of the AEW Women's Tag Team Championships that they're going to bring Casey Catanzaro in too, and they're going to team in the AEW Women's Tag Team division.
Former Miss Ricochet.
Oh, hey now, the former Mrs. Ricochet, yes, under the same promotion, the same umbrella. Man, you're fine. I got to tell you something, man. It's one of those things where I'm just like, well, as far as AEW goes, I know that they got Wrestle Dream next week. Can I tell you, they have rushed the fuck out of Adam Page and Samoa Joe. They got friggin' Darby Allin and John Moxley in the I Quit match. Like, a lot of what you're seeing on AEW right now is just so, and I hate to say it, it's very blasé. It's just there. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like how wrestling has been thus far in 2025 as well. WWE, it hasn't been bad, but it's just been kind of like, meh. here it is. You know what I'm saying? I think that's wrestling all in 2025. Go ahead, Paul. I know. Go ahead,
No,
say it.
no, it's been bad.
I know. I'm saying it's been kind of meh. I've been very indifferent.
No, it's been bad.
All right.
It's been terribly bad, and it's been bad because of everything that they've produced on TV, and everything that we see is pretty much you get one, maybe two matches out of the five or six that they show on a PLE
Yeah.
that are so outstanding it makes you want to go back and watch them again. And the other half of the time, it's just like you're just getting shit. That's all you're getting. You're just getting a crock of shit. And you could take this PLE. I don't even give a damn. I mean, really, I didn't even want to watch it, but I did. And it was like, whatever. To me, it was the best match on it was John and AJ. That was it.
Do you think it's also because of the booking of John Cena this year as well, with the heel turn and no Rock and all that? That kind of hurt the product.
I think there were a lot of layers to him to this run not being as great as it could have been. The heel part of it could have gone so much better, and really, you didn't even need the Rock. Really, you didn't need Dwayne. If John would have continued to belittle people the way he did as a face and talking crap down to them, would have been perfectly fine. But we didn't get that. We didn't get him coming at people. We were trying to get like this, ooh, evil man. Oh my God, I hate you. You're so blah blah blah. And like, if you would have given me the part-time, the part-timer that told Roman Reigns off, that told freaking Seth Rollins off, that told a bunch of people off, and would just casually just been himself, we would have been perfectly fine with that. Yeah. Instead of him coming after kids and saying like, oh, coming after the audience, well, y'all don't like me. Y'all didn't even care for me. He probably could have mixed that in, but it didn't need to be a primary source of his anger towards in this heel run. And he really didn't need Travis Scott, but that was another reason why
Dwayne
that
that
was figuratively and literally the worst part of this fucking run.
So I will address this whole bullshit with Travis Scott.
Excuse me.
The issue is with him, they thought they had Travis Scott locked down, to where he was going to be around for this date, all these dates. He wasn't. He initially was supposed to be DLC in WWE 2K25. He was supposed to be on the first release. They ended up replacing him with Aleister Black, who they basically had him left over from a couple games ago. They basically just are like, fuck, here you go. I'll pay you.
Now,
but I digress. Then the Money in the Bank PLE, which it was Cena. What was it? It was Cena and Logan Paul versus, I forget who they even faced.
Cody Rhodes and
Jay, right?
And Jay Uso.
Yep.
And initially, it was supposed to be Cena and Jay versus Travis Scott and John Cena. But, you remember there was that story where Travis Scott was saying, oh, he was training with Booker T, this and that. And Booker T's like, no, the fuck he is. That he'd never, and no one could contact Travis Scott. Like, they tried, but he wasn't picking up the phone. So finally, they're just like, okay, you know what? Fine, you're done.
Not going to take this shit seriously, then you fuck right off.
Luckily, Logan Paul was available. Which, say what you want about him as a person, but he was there. He showed up.
I think it's one of those cases too, and I mean, I'll even add on to both your guys' points with the product and Travis Scott and everything. Like, I watched SmackDown this week. Did not hate the show, but I think the two best parts of SmackDown for me was, well, actually three. The MFTs coming back and Nakamura as a babyface now, which thank God. They brought back Shinsuke as a babyface, and they got laid out by the new MFT/GOD, the Gorillas of Destiny. Jeff Cobb, aka friggin' JC Mateo in the face paint. The Tongans are back, which is great to see Tama back. The Wyatt 6 little stare down was cool, but also the fact that not only that little imagery and that whole little thing is cool, but the fact that Aleister Black and Damian Priest, you finally have done something with Zelina Vega that is prominent. You had them address like, okay, here's his real life wife helping him, and then Aleister Black throws a fireball in Damian Priest's face and then hits the black mass. And now you have Zelina as a heel, which is much needed because she was doing jack shit ever since she won the Women's United States Championship. And now you have something for Aleister Black. So I mean, that was it.
The other thing that I think we need to address that's plainly clear, WWE has let us know that they do not give a flying fuck. They released a shirt, just a blue shirt, that says, if Cena wins, we complain online. Literally all it says.
Wow.
You know, the laziest fucking job they could, but you know what that is? That's basically they're saying, yeah, we hear what you're saying. We don't care.
I mean,
I think at some point in time we have to stop saying WWE.
TKO. It's TKO.
Because nothing is WWE anymore. There is no WWE. It doesn't even it exists as 3 letters, but it doesn't it's everything is TKO. Everything is Mark Shapiro. Everything is fucking Nick Khan. Everything is whatever the hell Ari Emanuel.
Yep.
Because what we knew and know to be WWE no longer exists. And this isn't a Vince McMahon thing. And I know we can go back to, I believe it was like 2004 or 5 when he said he was gonna kill the WWE himself. 2002, yeah, he was gonna kill WWE, and then he brought in the NWO. Well, really, he brought in TKO, sold it to TKO, and all of a sudden now we have this load of crap that we're dealing with now. So I think as people who are online, and I can go from Denise to Mini Portable to Wheezy Blonde to everybody, Santi, Conman. I mean, we can go to everybody. Alex, Queen of the Ring. Everybody needs to stop saying WWE. Everybody needs to stop blaming WWE. Everybody needs to understand that this is now not a Vince McMahon regime. This is now all TKO that is running this. And all we're getting is a load of shit week after week after week.
I mean, is it bad? And I'll make a comparison. I'm glad that you brought that up as well. It's like when we used to record with Max, and like I'm recording with you guys now, and all of my time doing this podcasting thing, we always used to complain at how Vince would book Raw and SmackDown, right? So am I complaining about how Triple H is booking Raw and SmackDown? I mean, I look at it from a stance like this. It's not to the Vince bad part, but it's repetitive. It's like I know the guys are going to come out at the end and there's going to be this whole schmaz. I mean, they've kind of upped it a little bit. Raw was not bad this week, same with SmackDown. But I'm to the point where I'm kind of like NXT is like the best doggone show to watch now, like we used to be, because the NXT TNA invasion was really good. I mean, you got to see the Hardys win the NXT Tag Team Championships. You got to see Team TNA win for the men, and NXT the women won as well. But it was a very good show, and it told good stories. You got Matt Cardona wrestling Josh Briggs this coming week on NXT, which I'm looking forward to. Matt Cardona, who hasn't wrestled on NXT since him and Mojo Rawley were the Hype Bros, for God's sake. So it's going to be something really cool to see. Like, that's really entertaining television for me. It's compelling. You want to see where they go, and it leads to Bound for Glory tomorrow night as of this recording with the Hardys and Team 3D for the TNA and NXT tag titles. You want to see?
Is it a dual title match?
Yes, it's for the TNA and NXT tag titles now. Yep. And now we got Trick Williams and Mike Santana, which is going to be great. Mike has to win that after getting the pep talk from Amazing Red. So I'm more invested in NXT than I even am with the main roster, if that makes sense.
And you know, it's
sad.
It is. And I think it's it is fast becoming the point of how it used to be. We had the good year or two with Triple H running it, but now it's more about those investors. It's recuperating that money. And the sad part is WWE fans will continue to support this bullshit. I myself, was talking to a family member the other day, and I brought up the fact, I said, they are pricing out their fans. Because let's be real here. Netflix, you need at least like $20 for that.
Mm-hmm.
You need about $10-$15 for Peacock if you're going to watch NXT or any of the other libraries. You need $30 for the WWE PLEs.
Mm-hmm.
And then whatever your cable bill is for NXT and SmackDown. And it's plus these fucking ticket prices. And what are you going to fucking do with WrestleMania 43 in the fucking Saudi? The average American fan is not going to go to Saudi Arabia.
I have to add on to that. Did you all see, and this actually is very pertinent to the Saudi talk here, the Australian fans on the post show let it know they were chanting, "Fuck you, Saudi, we want Mania," which I would rather them go to Australia for Mania like they did tonight than fucking Saudi. I'd rather them go anywhere but Saudi.
How about this? Fucking Wembley.
Wembley, yep, I agree, but they don't.
It's all about the money now. And, it's... I drew the line. I am not paying fucking $30 for, fucking goddamn... If the PLEs were quality, I would think about it.
Right.
But, no. And I will say this. All Tony Khan needs to do is not a goddamn thing. The tide is turning. Like, you are having WWE fans who are like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not. I'll watch Raw, SmackDown. I'm not paying $30 a month.
He has an opportunity, but Tony also needs to book his product better.
Let's not. You're nitpicking. You're nitpicking as far as like what is the worst part of AEW, and it is literally the stories.
Yes, because
we know we could watch a 5-6 hour PLE and know that the
matches are gonna be great.
Pay-per-view, then we know that the matches are going to be fucking great. We know that these matches are going to fucking bang. Right. We know this. It's not like Vince used to do when he would have like 10, 11 matches and half of them and 80% of them suck, but you get like 20% of them that were fucking amazing, great, and they're the ones that run the longest. And I get what Triple H is trying to do. He's trying to go back to everything that he did in NXT. And yeah, that may have worked in NXT, but the main roster, it just doesn't work because you have two fucking shows. You can't just book 5 matches and think, oh, hey, this is going to be a great PLE. No, you need to have at least 3 matches for one show, 3 matches for another, and you can't use SmackDown as your run-in to say, hey, guess what? Our next PLE or tomorrow is our PLE for whatever the hell it is, and you guys need to watch it. But you guys can watch this, what should have been on the show on SmackDown, or what should have been on the show on Monday on Raw. Like, well,
prime example, do you think Wyatt Six and Street Profits should have been on this show as opposed to
absolutely.
Yes.
Or Aleister Black and Damian Priest?
Here's an idea.
Again, I go back to what I just said. Had you do 3 matches for SmackDown and 3 matches for Raw, if you want to have like these like, especially for this, like, I understand you want to rub the dicks of fucking the Saudis. Okay, I understand that, but you're taking their fucking money and then you're doing this bullshit.
Yep.
Fine, do whatever, but make it fucking make sense. To fans, it doesn't fucking make sense. I'm sorry. To content creators, we see it and we're like, this shit just doesn't make sense.
I feel you. That's why I said I've been very meh with the product. I'm not hating it, but I've been very meh. And that
I have not watched a full WWE product since WrestleMania. Honestly.
Wow. Okay.
Like, it's one of those things, I'll put it on. Like SummerSlam, I had that on. I knew the matches I wanted to see. And I had, I would refresh Twitter or whatever it was, or whatever I used, just to see, like, hey, is there something I need to, go back down? And it's at the end of the day, we know what's happening. Like and honestly, it's not gonna get any better. Like, it's just it's not. We got NXT. WrestleMania 40 was phenomenal.
Yes,
it was a great show. Mania 41, pretty decent show. Not bad.
Until the Fiend
depends on which night you actually talk about.
Night one.
Night one was
it was better than night two.
Yeah.
Fiend.
No, that was if you stop watching, if you don't watch that last match on night two, you're perfectly fine. The rest of the fucking PLE, the rest of the PLE was perfectly fine. If you don't watch that last match, which a lot of people don't go back and watch it, so
the thing
we can go back to let's go back to AEW for a second. It's like here's the thing is that it's cheaper. It's cheaper to go watch AEW than it is to watch go watch WWE. And nobody wants to go watch a fucking Raw or a SmackDown because you have no idea how shitty it's gonna be. Because we've watched it on TV and we were like, God damn, y'all paid that much fucking money to go watch this shit. And we talked about the run. Mike, you just talked about the run-ins and how it's repetitive.
It's very repetitive.
And it's like, why do you need to continue to keep doing this? This isn't the 90s.
Here's a question. When was the last goddamn time the World Tag Team titles got defended?
I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. I couldn't even tell you.
I had to think today. Who even has them?
Finn Balor and JD McDonough.
And there were actually people that pointed out on social media that what happened to the fucking 6 month or 30-day rule where you need to wrestle and you need to defend them. That doesn't exist. Vince McMahon made you within 30 days have to defend those titles. They've had it for nearly 5 months and they haven't even defended it once.
There was one.
I mean,
okay.
Go on your point with the repetitive. I mean, look at Raw this week. Like, we're doing Dominic and Penta for the Intercontinental title in Australia.
And he just defended it like 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna tell you. And this is
when was the last time Julia defended her freaking United States Women's title?
Oh God.
Exactly. She's had it. And why is she not on a PLE?
Well, yeah, because we had to have her wrestle the tag match on SmackDown.
Back to the same bullshit all over again. You have these titles. Where's Becky? Becky's a fucking draw, and Becky could. And mind you, she had a great match against Maxine.
Yep.
But again, I go back to you have all these fucking titles, and the only ones that you're showing are the ones that are just.
That I actually put over. Maxine Dupree worked her ass off in that match. Let's just get.
And it's the titles that nobody gives a flying fuck about. Right now, nobody gives a fuck who the WWE champion is. I am more invested in the United States title. right now.
Well, it's because Sami Zayn's been knocking out of the park with the open challenges. Him and Nakamura was great this week.
What they should have done, Cena should have kept the WWE title until his last match. Which leads me into my next point. It was reported earlier this week that the current plan as of right now for Survivor Series is for Dominic Mysterio to defend the Intercontinental title against John Cena.
I would have Cena beat him.
Now,
you got
that is going to be Cena's second to last match. Here's what I think is going to happen. Cena is going to defeat Dominic Mysterio for the IC title, the one title he's never had.
right.
And then, a couple short weeks later, Saturday night's main event, who is the rumored opponent?
Gunther.
Gunther versus John Cena for the Intercontinental title.
Gunther wins.
Gunther gets it back.
I would not hate that at all. I honestly would
And
not.
I think what you need to do, if you're going to keep Gunther on Raw, which it seems like that's the plan, you have to turn him face. Because with Cena out of the way, I'm telling you, Jey Uso is going to turn heel. It's happening.
I mean, it's a rule reversal. It's also going back to 5 years of the bloodline, and I can definitely see that. But it's just like you had the thing tonight with Roman and Bronson Reed, where Bronson Reed won with the interference, and Roman's like, I don't want to talk to y'all until the holidays. I need to do this on my own. So they're starting that up again with the bloodline. But I don't know, man. Again.
The point I'm getting to is Raw is very heel heavy right now.
Yeah.
Remember when it was babyface heavy?
Yes.
Gunther at SummerSlam, it had been reported that he had a nasal issue and he was going to be out for a little bit. I think you see him at Survivor Series come out. We get Cena versus Gunther for the IC title. Have Gunther be a face. I want to see if Gunther can do it. I think he can.
I mean, if you're going to do him and Brock at WrestleMania, he's got to be the babyface, and he needs to just absolutely mollywop Brock Lesnar. That's what I would do. At least my thing. Just because you know it's coming.
The rumor that I also heard was the current plan for the men's Money in the or not Money in the Bank, the men's War
Games
is division. So Seth, Braun, and I've heard Austin Theory, is joining them for some god unknown fucking reason.
I mean, Seth Rollins has the history with him as one of his disciples, so I mean, there's something there.
And Brock. So I think what you do, because you're gonna have them face the bloodline, you have Jay, Jimmy, Roman, Punk, and one more.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Gunther.
I like that. I think that adds a lot to it. And I mean, the Austin Theory thing also makes no sense just because of the fact, like, the last time we saw him, like, him and Grayson Waller were teaming, and then they never went back to, Grayson Waller just dropping him like a bad habit and breaking up A-Town Down Under. And then Grayson Waller's with the New Day, and it makes no sense.
And here's the thing. Theory was starting to get over as a face.
He was. We were getting that, but he never really officially got his revenge or turned on Grayson Waller for all the bullshit he put him through.
Because he got hurt.
Yep. Whew. And I got to tell you something, folks. Speaking of hurt, it does hurt. I mean, like, we'll get into the show in a second. It's a one-match show. The show was solid, but it was just like, it was there. And now we move over to what we have in a couple of weeks. We got NXT Heatwave. I'm looking forward to that more than I am looking forward to Survivor Series. And, of course, like we mentioned, we have Wrestle Dream next week. But speaking of something that's kind of like a nightmare, if you will, we're going to have to talk about it. Mercedes Moné is now 10-time champion. She is the new Body Slam Women's Champion. She defeated Alice Inc. over in Denmark, ending Alice Inc.'s over.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Pull up her Twitter.
Who?
Mercedes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that now. So Mercedes.
Look at her handle.
Okay, so Mercedes Moné beats Alice Inc. after her 1,000 plus day reign as the Body Slam Women's Champion over there in Denmark. I'm pulling up her Twitter now as we're talking. But yeah, it's another one of those where it's just, it is what it is when it comes to Mercedes. You know, don't act like you don't know. It just is one of those things where it's just ridiculous because you're going to see Mercedes just being Mercedes and what's not. So as I pull this bad boy up, what the hell is her Twitter anyway? Is it Mercedes Moné or Mercedes Moné?
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, as we pull that up, what do y'all think about Mercedes winning the 10th title? And I'll start with Paul first. Ultimo Mercedes.
Kudos to her.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is what it is. You know it's coming. You know it's coming. Dan, you want to talk about it?
Mike,
Ultimo Dragon?
I,
Ultimo Dragon? Is that who she's trying to catch?
yeah.
Ultimo Dragon. All right,
Yeah.
now that I got this up while we were talking. Oh,
He
God.
had-
She Ultimo Monet. Come on, man.
Hey, I said it. You didn't even look at it.
God.
I
gotta give her credit. Hey, I give her credit for it. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, I think as much as people give her shit, you know, for having all these titles and not, you know, and just getting them, you get this, exactly this. You get to display them out, and it's a good thing, you know. They're around somebody who is well known. Not saying she's at all, you know, best thing in the world, but I'm just saying that, you know, you get somebody who has the spotlight on them, much like a Ric Flair.
Right.
You know, she's a brand. Let's just put it like that. She's a brand, and she's got all these titles. Again, kudos to her.
Dan, you want to also comment on this photo of 10 belts Monet?
Mike, as I was starting to say, I would rather walk across a football field filled with goddamn Legos. I'm not saying she's not talented. I'm not saying that fucking bullshit at all. What I am saying is simply this. I'm over it. We know she's gonna win the AEW Women's title. She's gonna beat Statlander. It's a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
The thing is, what's the point? Is she defending these titles?
No.
I don't think she's defended. I think she maybe only defended a couple of them since, but
I don't know.
I mean, she's literally defending the AEW, the TBS title, and that's the one that she's defending more often, right? I mean, that's pretty much every couple of weeks. So,
yep. I don't know, man. And I even hate to say it, but yeah, folks, like we mentioned, wrestling has just kind of been very blasé.
It was so hot for a while, and
it's got us going like, ugh.
Like they've gotten complacent.
Now, I will ask you this before we get to this review, because it was a one-match show, but you heard most of our kind of like disdain, and not really disdain, but very much blasé view on it, because wrestling is just
apathy.
Apathy. Thank you.
Apathy is the word of the day. If
Thank
you don't
you.
know what the fuck it means, Google is free.
So here's the card for next week's Wrestle Dream. Darby Allin, John Moxley, I Quit match. Hangman Page and Samoa Joe for the world title. Statlander and Tony Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks, with the winning team receiving a $500,000 cash prize. And Brodito against the Don Callis families, Okada and Takeshita, for the world tag titles. Does that sound acceptable?
That's the one that got me, and when he came back, and it made no damn sense. Why the hell is Jungle Boy back to being Jungle Boy, and it all makes no sense. I mean, it really doesn't.
Cry me a river.
So for those that want to know, so Jungle Boy comes back at the last one, the All Out, and he attacks the Young Bucks when he was with the Young Bucks and they were all a team. And then he's the one who revived Luchasaurus, who's in a feud with Christian Cage and all that, who actually helped replace Nick Wayne, but then he's still with the matriarchy and the patriarchy. And then he turns on Kip Sabian. And now we didn't even finish that. And now we're going to get friggin' the Jurassic Express against the Young Bucks. So he's a babyface. And then Christian, who doesn't have Edge now anymore because Adam Cole went off the film, whatever. And now he's going back to feuding with Nick Wayne because they never finished that feud. It's like Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher faces Hangman Adam Page. It was originally supposed to be Wardlow, but then Wardlow came back and hurt himself. And now Kyle Fletcher, who's the one who attacked Kenny Omega, we're not going to get Kyle Fletcher and Kenny Omega. We're now going to go back to him and Mark Briscoe because Mark Briscoe originally wanted the TNT title, and it just is all over the fucking place.
I'm glad you took the time to actually explain all that, because to me it sounded like wah, 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 wah,
exactly. No, you're right. You're
and I don't mean it in a bad way because it's you, but I'm just saying, like, it again, it made no damn sense.
No sense. It's all over the place.
It's like it literally made no sense. But I'm stories, stuff that's going on, booking, it needs to make more sense. It needs to make more sense. I'm sorry, but Tony Khan, I understand what you're trying to do. Okay, really, I don't understand what you're trying to do, but I'm just hoping at some point in time, you grasp the concept that you need to have a little patience and understanding that not everything needs to be rushed. You need to have some layers to it in order for people to understand why so-and-so and so-and-so are feuding, why so-and-so is returning to be with so-and-so. Again, it's basic wrestling 101. As much as you are a wrestling fan, you're just not fucking getting it. And that's my welcome, and thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
TED Talk. Last thing AEW wise.
Why are Max Caster and Bruce and fucking and Bo in a fucking team again?
So
I'm watching it, by the way. I have it on my TV right now. I have.
Wait a minute.
Now they're over there beating the hell out of each other, tagging each other back in and out of the damn ring. And again, okay, I'm sorry. I'm rambling on now.
Wait a minute.
I'm rambling on now.
I'm
rambling on now. Okay, we need to get to a PLE.
No, I gotta mention. All right, I'll mention this with the other thing too. So Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. So they've both been losing, and Jerry Lynn, out of all people, like when Shane Douglas tried to help the Naturals in TNA in mid 2005, 2006, Jerry Lynn's trying to get them on the same page. Jerry Lynn, why? I don't know. So they're putting them back together, but it's like, we're not going to call ourselves the Acclaim. We're not going to call ourselves the Acclaim. So they're trying to get them back together, even though they beat like Vanilla Baby and Lee Johnson. And it's just like, we're trying, because the Acclaimed singles run went nowhere with Max Caster and Anthony Bowens. So it's like, okay, we're going to bring them back as a tag team, and Jerry Lynn is going to try to push them to come back to be a team, and it makes no fucking sense because we're so far gone and nobody gives a fuck now. And then the other thing was at Full Gear and his anniversary, we're going to have Big Boom AJ come back, and he's going to team with a partner of his choosing against Roppongi Vice's Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Again, why? Again, back to you got the Acclaimed. Oh, I'm sorry, they're not supposed to be the Acclaimed.
We're not the Acclaimed anymore. We're not the Acclaimed.
And then you have Jurassic Express coming back. So again, I go back to shit that just doesn't make sense as to why the hell they're back together. But apparently, I have no idea why the hell they're back together. And I hope somebody actually watches this to actually comes into my DMs and says, this is what happened.
And it's like with Daniel Garcia.
Okay, never mind. Don't come into my DMs. At least tag me in something to let me know some explanation.
It's like Daniel Garcia and the Death Riders. Like, I have no desire to see him against Daddy Magic or him against Nigel McGuinness after that drama. Like, who cares? It stinks.
Back to shit that doesn't make sense. DC.
Take it away.
I have no idea how shit makes sense.
You know,
it's like watching a certain orange tit taco tit guy, you know.
Tylenol and autism, baby.
Yeah, Tylenol and autism.
And apparently circumcision now too.
Jesus.
Yeah, apparently early circumcision, and them giving them Tylenol too. You know, because apparently that makes sense.
You want to talk
I
about Garcia
have
and the Death Riders?
I have no fucking clue how we got onto this goddamn timeline,
Yeah.
but nothing makes fucking sense. Like
No.
nothing in pro wrestling.
Somebody didn't put the stones back.
Nope.
In the right order.
After
In the right order.
after Endgame, somebody didn't put the stones back right.
Well, look at Lyra Valkyria and Bailey. Like, I'm loving Bailey going nuts and her kind of helping Lyra just get more aggressive and stuff. Oh, I see the face. So, and then you have Lyra going on to NXT, and you're mashing the fact that, you know, she's trying to understand Tatum Paxley, who she abandoned and whatnot. And she's like, yo, you're weird, so here's something for you. And then Izzy Dame is like, no, she abandoned you. She's mine, not yours. And so you're kind of like intersecting Bailey and Lyra's storyline with Lyra and Tatum Paxley on NXT. And I like Crazy Bailey. I'm not going to lie. I think she's great at what she's doing. But yeah. Yeah. And now we're back to her and Lyra again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we go back to repetitive. This coming week on Raw, we got Bailey and Lyra against Raquel and Roxanne again.
Can we get to the PLE? Good
Yes.
Lord, we're off subject now. We took a right turn at Albuquerque and ended up somewhere in the middle of the desert.
All right, let's get to the PLE.
I blame Michael.
Thanks, Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. So let's
He
talk
ended
about,
up in Tasmania somewhere, with the devil.
let's talk about the one match that we really did like, and then we'll go to the rest. John Cena and AJ Styles was fantastic.
Perfect.
Fantastic. Love letter to pro wrestling, as Frankie.
Perfection.
The TNA 2005 gear that AJ Styles was wearing was nice. The intro that John Cena wrote for AJ Styles was amazing with the Bullet Club and TNA. I thought that was fantastic. And you could tell AJ Styles wasn't expecting it. And
you could see on his face, he was just like,
shit.
He's like, you really wrote that? He was like, yep. Perfection.
Match of the year.
Match was my match of the year so far. And I don't even give a damn what promotion you fucking think of. This just told, it wasn't even like this huge story. It was just that the fact that these two have history, but it was pure excitement. I'm sorry. Homage to Bray Wyatt. I cried. I am not gonna lie. That I'm sorry. That hit me in the feels, and I loved it.
Like Daniel,
I loved it.
Like Daniel mentioned, the Elimination Chamber 2017 spot, John Cena doing the Sister Abigail to AJ Styles. I loved it too. It got me right here in the feels, as it did all of us. I like that John Cena did the skull crushing finale and an homage to The Miz, the RKO and the DDT, and of course the choke slam and the tombstone. The shout outs to the dead man. I also did pop at AJ Styles channeling his inner TNA. We saw the Angel's Wings. We saw the Fade to Black, Frankie Kazarian's move. We saw everybody just go out the woodwork to just do the damn thing when it comes to professional wrestling. This from top to bottom was fantastic. Lee Barrett said it best. It was like spamming the creative wrestler. Go ahead, Dan.
We also got confirmation that AJ is retiring next year.
Yes. Oh, man.
John comes back for one final match against AJ Styles. No, I'm just joking.
I'm like, I remember watching that from the kickoff, and it's just like, you feel like you're happy for him, but it's just like,
got him old.
I get it. Like he's at that, and where if he gets injured, that could be it.
Well, he even said like, I don't want to go out, at looking bad. He doesn't. He wants to
be AJ Styles.
Correct. Which is correct. Absolutely. Right move.
And people are saying, well, he still could go to AEW. We're doing another Japan.
No.
He's made it clear. He's making his money, and then he's done.
Yeah, because I think if he's going to retire next year, I would like to see at least somewhat of a TNA run.
Right.
Not just a, hey, I'm coming here to do this and that. And I know they have a partnership with NXT, but as a fan, I'm sorry. I don't
me
give a shit what Triple H says. As a fan, give me AJ in TNA. I don't care. Two matches, 3 matches. Give me at least 2-3 months in TNA, because that as a fan would be something
I
a lot
got
of
it.
people.
Go ahead.
I don't know when his last match will be, but what if one of his last matches is at Bound for Glory?
Him and Frankie.
Him and Frankie, or what I would love to see. I know it will not happen, but what if you could work out a deal with Tony Khan, one night only, AJ versus Christopher Daniels versus Samoa Joe?
That would be sweet. But yeah, I don't see it happening, even though I'd love to.
I don't know. I don't know how long. I really don't know how long Samoa Joe's contract is up, or is how long his contract is in AEW. So it is a possibility, but I'm not saying that it could happen. It as fans, believe me, as fans, I know we would Unbreakable. That's all you need to know. Unbreakable 2005, right?
2005.
Yeah, I believe so.
And
I
sorry.
remember watching that match. Like, I'd seen the couple of the weekly shows that they did back in the day, and I remember my dad suggested ordering it because he said, Aaron Sting's gonna be there, and I'm thinking like, well, first it's Sting's still wrestling, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll go for it, and watching it, and I remember AJ Styles from WCW. Air Paris and AJ Styles. I fucking remember that. But I'd never seen Joe or Christopher Daniels before. And just that spot where Joe just walks away.
Yes.
Like, fucking greatest thing ever. Like, I would love to see Cena do that one time. Or have AJ do it one time.
I agree. I mean, like you mentioned Cena. I mean, on the post show, they were chanting, "We want Edge" at Triple H.
You're not getting them.
And he said, you can't have him. And then they all started singing Metalingus. So, I mean, yeah.
I'm sure, honestly, realistically, I think Triple H probably would like to do it. But
right. Yeah. I mean, well, you might get Chris Jericho next year. Do you see Jericho leaving AEW? That's also a possibility.
I think that's a foregone conclusion at this point. Like, yeah. I think Jericho, he's what, 52, 53?
I think Jericho's time in AEW has run its course.
Oh, yeah.
That we could pretty much say that out of everything that he's done, especially, since the beginning of AEW, I mean, it's run its course. And I just think that yeah, he could eventually go back there, but I just think right now, as far as like what he's doing, yeah, I think he needs to be able to go somewhere else and do something else. And I think that's the eventual return.
I think realistically, Jericho's not stupid. I think he knows his career's at the end. It's on the final lap. So I think we get the Royal Rumble return.
Yeah, I would love to see him against Dominic. There's so many matches he could do in the WWE, and when he comes back, so I mean, it's a foregone conclusion.
I think it all depends on what you want him to do. If you're going to be able, it's again, we're talking about WWE as opposed to them being the reason, but if TKO has an option or has a say, then
I mean,
might not be one of the things that they would want to see, so, or would want to happen. So,
I think also, you could make the offer to Jericho, just say, hey, guest trainer down at the Performance Center.
I mean, I agree. I mean, you have TJP going there, so yeah, I could definitely see that.
It was also said that, Saudi let it be known that they want certain superstars at WrestleMania 43. They want Taker, they want Michaels.
Yeah, because we're gonna have everybody have a fucking ambulance match, fucking ready for them to go to the hospital with all these people that are fucking over the hill.
Can't do it.
They're gonna want Stone Cold. They're gonna want The Rock. They're gonna want.
I think
they're gonna want Hacksaw Jim Duggan. They're gonna want Coco Beware. They're gonna want
everybody from the New Gen era.
Yeah, they're gonna want.
Goldberg versus Bret Hart.
God.
Yeah.
Bill Goldberg. But realistically, looking at the reported names, Triple H can't, because he already stated he can't wrestle again. As much as he'd like to, he can't. Stone Cold, maybe. Undertaker,
no.
I don't want it, but could I see him doing like a tag match?
Sure.
Yeah. On his own, no. But a tag match where, he doesn't really have to. You could have him literally just come in, hit a choke slam, hit a tombstone, have that be it. But as far as all that, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
I know we got way off the rail from this match.
no, it's fine. I think literally, like, from the skull crushing finales, the tombstones, the Angel's Wings, the Scorpion Death Drop that AJ Styles did in homage to Sting, the Fade to Black, the RKO, the Sister Abigail was the best part. Everything these guys did told a great story. It was a perfect ode to professional wrestling. If you want to see anything on this show, literally, just go and watch this match. Like, literally, just watch this match.
This is literally the only match you really want to see. And I no offense against Rio. No offense against Rhea and Io, and any of the women. No offense to them, but we're looking at what made this PLE the best thing to watch, and that is literally just this one match. And I'm hoping ESPN does the exact same thing and gives it like a C- because
they already gave the grade for it.
Because I would have given it that too. So
you know what grade ESPN gave it?
D.
What did it give it?
They gave Crown Jewel a B.
At least somebody liked them.
I didn't hate, like I said, I think Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton worked hard.
Again, back to what I just said. I'm not mad at the women. I think the women went out there and they killed it.
Yes.
It's just the guys' matches fucking sucked.
I mean,
I'm sorry, except for AJ and John, the men's matches sucked. I don't care. You had all these fucking run-ins for Roman and Bronson. Why?
To set up the Usos and Roman just
again, it made no fucking sense. Not even to anybody that was there, not even to us as content creators. It made no fucking sense.
And we have Seth Rollins winning by using a watch.
Well, because
Con Man sat on his stream this morning. He sat on his stream and he was like, "Oh, so is this the end of the show?" And he just sat there, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting, almost like Survivor Series a few years ago when Punk showed up.
Yeah,
so we were sitting there. He's sitting there and he's waiting and he's waiting. He's looking around. All of a sudden, Stephanie came in the ring, and he was just like, "Oh, well, Stephanie in the ring."
So
yeah.
So the tie-in, and I get it, because Cody is the one who gave him the watch after WrestleMania 40, and Seth used the watch I know, and then he did the avalanche curb stomp for the 1, 2, 3, and then Stephanie Vaquer, they posed because they're the Crown Jewel champions. Woo! Yeah, I know. Seth and Cody, I've seen better. Like, it was, like I said, it was
That's
solid.
Big fucking deal.
Yeah, woo!
Like
I get it. I understood it. It was solid. But the best match on the show was John Cena and AJ Styles. It was a one fucking match show.
You know, you guys know I'm a fan of Seth Rollins. I am.
Yes.
But this current run, just it's not doing it for me.
I think they're thinking
It's not doing it for a lot of people.
I think they're thinking long term. I know they're doing him and Punk as the rumored match for Saturday night's main event, but I think the ultimate goal is for CM Punk to beat him at WrestleMania. You know they're going in that direction, but I'm just kind of like meh with Seth.
It's just trash. It's again. I go back to what I said at the beginning of all this, like the PLEs that they do. The PLEs and the Raws and the SmackDowns and everything in between. It's a shit show of a shit show, and none of it is fucking great. It would be, I'm not expecting fucking 5-star matches fucking beginning to end, but when shit doesn't make sense, every content creator gets upset because it's like it just doesn't make sense. And not even for us as fans does it make fucking sense.
I'm watching Rhea, and I love Rhea Ripley.
I don't want to bitch and complain like that man does. I'm sorry, I don't want to, but I sound like him now.
I gotta mention this because Paul's on the line. I'm watching Rhea Ripley.
Michael, what happened?
Okay, so now
you gotta stop downloading adult content to your computer.
Big John, here it is. Boner Jams 03. This is something I was really into in the summer of 2003. Anyway, I digress. So I'm sitting there watching Rhea.
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Clarkson. I'm sitting there watching Rhea Ripley and Io against the Kabuki Warriors. Good match. But my problem is, I'm like, I know Kairi's going to take the pin. She sacrificed herself for Asuka. Io's going to pin Kairi because Kairi pinned her on Raw because of Asuka helping her cheat. I'm like, I know which way this is going. And I like the match, but I'm like, I know which way this is going. And we're going to get more of this. So, whatever. And Kairi's going to turn on Asuka. That's coming. But, I was kind of always, I liked it, but I'm also kind of like, And I love Rhea Ripley. I do. But I'm
what are we going to get now? The Kabuki mommies?
Kabuki mommies. I like your style.
I have no idea.
Well, no, I think we're eventually going to get. Yeah, I think we're eventually going to get Asuka, Kairi, and Io in like a triple threat, whatever. I don't know. But yeah. And with Rhea, like her booking's kind of been like this. Like we haven't really done much with Rhea.
Yeah, but you have to remember, everybody was bitching and complaining because she was always in the title scene.
Exactly.
Now that she's not in the title scene,
they want her
now
in.
People are bitching and complaining because she's not in the title scene. Yeah. So
what the fuck do you want?
You're damned if you do and you're fucking damned if you don't. So it's like
with what you said earlier about Julia. Like Julia's last United States Championship match was against Mia Yim where she won, and that was like almost like a month ago now. And like they haven't Julia. Like I said this to the guys, and I'll say this to you. Like, who's our only challenger? B-Fab, Mia Yim. I mean, there's nobody really for her to face. Like, there's nobody for her to face, and it stinks.
You literally had Chelsea Green, who was your inaugural United States Women's Championship, and then you literally give it to freaking Zelina, who did nothing with it. And no offense to Zelina, it's not even her; it's the booking that she had. Mm-hmm. And if you weren't going to fucking do anything with this title, then why the fuck is it in existence?
Right. And I mean, even with the women's tag title now, it looks like they're setting up Zolruka against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, which I'm okay with that. I mean,
but they're featured on the fucking show every damn week. Again, I go back to yes. And they need to be on a fucking PLE. Hence why I just said at the beginning, these PLEs need to have more than just 5 fucking matches.
And I think
5 fucking matches that meant fucking nothing to a lot of fucking people.
And I'm also
except for John and AJ, which again, back to
that. But I'm also looking at from a stance of I'm watching those two as the tag champs, and I'm like Chelsea Green and Alba Fire, we're going after them, and now because there's no Piper Niven right now. And I'm just like, you have Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. Now you got Zolruka. And they're teasing the split of
got that right.
What? Oh, Chelsea Green. They're all
better.
You're welcome. So they're also teasing the Zolruka turn, and now we're going to get Blake Monroe and Zolruka for the NXT Women's North American title. I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Like, and I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff I'm like, but yeah, folks, wrestling literally. I know you're expecting a review, but like when you have a one match card and everything else is just whatever, yeah, this is what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get.
Like no U.S. title match, no Intercontinental title match.
And we got to save Dominic and Penta for Raw.
No World Tag Team title match. No, the
WWE
Tag title was last night.
Yeah,
or it was Friday on SmackDown.
I mean, I will say this about Drew McIntyre as well. Like McIntyre and Jacob fought too. Like I like that. Like that's gonna be fun. But I'm just like, yeah, we'll see where it goes. Like that's literally all you could say about WWE. We'll see where it goes. And then you have all of this. It's the TKO. It's the money. Like I'll be honest with you. I am not looking forward to the Royal Rumble. Like I love the Royal Rumble. What irks me is that it's in Saudi. I hate that it's going to Saudi. Like that pisses me off to the nth degree because of those poor women. But it's just, yeah.
I'll just say it. Why the fuck do you have Crown Jewel in Australia?
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense to call it that.
Because they needed to do, they wanted to switch
have it Super Showdown.
True. Well, they made a big deal. Like, it's the first time Crown Jewel is not going to be in Saudi. Because they're going to the Rumble for it.
Or here's an idea.
Australia has to represent a fucking Saudi title in fucking Australia.
Make
that fucking make sense. So this whole bullshit that they have to fucking switch from taking the Royal Rumble from where it was at to fucking taking it over to Saudi Arabia, but yet let's flip the script and give somebody else that loves fucking people, obviously, and loves fucking women.
Yep.
And will allow women to fucking be women, No, we get this bullshit. We get Crown Jewel, which is.
And again, I love that Stephanie won. And I knew Seth was going to win because they were pushing like he's never beaten Cody. But I'm like, I get it. Like, I already know. And that's the other thing, because they got the carrot, they got the ring, they got the title, but it's going back to Saudi. It's a once-a-year thing. And, you got to go from Australia to Saudi. That's just like.
Yeah, because it's like. There.
It's there. It's. Folks, again,
I don't know.
Watch John Cena and AJ Styles. We love John Cena and AJ Styles. Everything else is just kind of there. It just, yeah. And this shit needs to get better. It needs to get better. I don't hate it like I did Vince's stuff, but something's got to give here.
It's getting there.
Something's got to give. And then next week, like we mentioned, we got Wrestle Dream, and then we got NXT Heatwave, which I'm guessing after tomorrow's Bound for Glory, we're going to see Ricky Saints against Trick Williams, which I'm cool with. I think that's going to be very good.
I will say this.
Hit me.
The saving grace, the WCW YouTube channel, they've been uploading a ton of old school shows.
Yep.
And I never realized how absolutely terrible early 90s WCW was.
Oh, me and Mo, we already know.
Yes, go back and check out the Retro Rewind. But yeah,
that's
wherever the hell it's at. He don't ever say nothing. He don't ever tell me anything. You could always find a review of one particular show that Moses Marquez didn't like,
which we're going to be talking about in next season of Uncaged.
Heat Pop number 2 on there.
You're welcome.
I got to say, though, really quickly, because, again, we're not going to talk about the other matches. We mentioned them briefly, but it's just like, yeah. One thing we are looking forward to tomorrow is TNA with the Hardys and Team 3D, Leon Slater and Javon Evans. We got.
Hey, you guys are after midnight, so it's like today for you guys.
Yeah, Mike Santana.
And it's in Lowell, Massachusetts, which is not far from that guy right there.
Yes, Mike Santana and Trick Williams. There's a lot of good stuff.
8 hours.
Mike Santana is going to win. That's
he's got
fucking better.
He better.
You can't have their WrestleMania show and not have him win.
I'm going to pull up the card just so we can talk about it really quickly here before we.
And let's do some predictions.
Okay, hold on.
I predict somebody is going to win and somebody is going to lose.
No, I mean, we'll just run through it really quickly. So we have the Inspiration against the Elegance brand for the Knockouts World Tag Team Championship. We got Leon Slater and Javon Evans for the X Division Championship. We got the Call Your Shot Gauntlet with Lei Ying Lee has been announced. Mance Warner BDE from YouTube. Brandon does everything, who's also been doing his thing in Wrestling Revolver. Zaya Brookside, the hometown man, Cody Deaner, the Nemitz, Mara Sade, the former Jakara Jackson, and Joe Hendry. That's who's announced so far. Tessa Blanchard and Gia Miller. Frankie Kazarian and Steve Macklin for the International Championship. The System against Order 4 in the 10-person intergender hardcore war. Kailani Jordan against Indy Hartwell for the Knockouts World Championship.
Should be good.
The Hardys against Team 3D, one final table for the TNA World and NXT Tag Titles, and Trick and Mike Santana. So I got to say, out of all of this, the ones I'm really looking forward to are like the last three. Actually, really more any of them. I think Gia Miller's going to surprise a lot of people with Tessa Blanchard. I mean, what do you guys think?
What would be interesting is anybody who wins the call your shot could quite possibly call their shot just at the end of the show.
I did
pretty soon.
I mean, I did a feel-good thing where I'm like, why not have Mickie James win, and then you could have Mickie go for the Knockouts title one more time. I think that's great that Mickie James and beautiful people are going in the Hall of Fame. You got Mickie, who's going to be inducted by Tara Victoria, which makes sense. That makes sense.
Of somebody else that also needs to be inside that fucking Hall of Fame because they're sure as hell ain't getting in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I mean, well, you got Stephanie McMahon being the first.
Well, look at it like this. She spent as much time in TNA as she did in WWE.
That's not more.
Weird. No, it was equally. She was in WWE about the same amount of time as she was in TNA.
That actually does make sense.
She's not no lady to mess with.
Woo!
Go.
Now, Frankie Kazarian and Steve Macklin makes sense because out of everybody, El Macias from AAA, the former Judas Macias in TNA, cost him the title. So I'm looking forward to seeing Frankie and Macklin. The System as a babyface team against the Order 4. Like, they're going to go nuts. It's intergender hardcore war. Kailani, I think a lot of people have said, and I'll say this, like, if there's anybody to take the spot of Asher by Elegance because of her retirement, Kailani winning it, the NXT talent as the TNA Knockouts champion, and Indy Hartwell, like, those two are going to tear it down. Like, every single match on this show has a story to it that's, like, really, really cool. And I got to say this, give Leon Hayter and Javon Evans some time. If y'all want to see it.
Oh, my God, that's going to be a fucking banger of a match.
Yep. Do you have Javon win the X Division title? I will say.
No, I have Leon Slater win. But I just want to see a fucking excellent match, in which I am pretty sure we are going to see.
I would have loved to just have it be a Ultimate X.
That would have been sweet as well.
It would have been cool had it been an Ultimate X, but have more people. That would have been pretty cool. Or Ultimate X inside of a steel cage, inside the 6-sided ring. That would have been cool. Anyways, though, that was that.
I think everything on this card, like I said, even just like predicting and just looking at all of these matches and giving our 2 cents, it's one of the things, like, every match has a great story to it. The NXT ladies, like we mentioned with Kailani and Indy Hartwell, Gia Miller and Tessa Blanchard, I have a feeling Tessa's going to win, but Gia Miller, like, the whole story.
I think Gia's going to win, and here's why. I think Gia's going to win because I believe that Tessa's going to leave.
Oh, because
CMLL is calling her name. And I think she's leaving TNA because they have a working relationship with WWE, who has a working relationship with AAA.
Oh, so you think Tessa's going to AEW?
No, I just think she's leaving. I just think she's leaving TNA.
All right. That's
so Gia going over because she hasn't in all of this TNA versus NXT, she hasn't been featured. She hasn't even been shown on anything. But then again, there are a lot of people who are in NXT or TNA who aren't featured in NXT. So
did you see how unselfish Nick Nemeth is? Because Chris Van Vliet asked him, it's like, are you going to be a part of this TNA invasion? And he said, no, I'm going to leave that to the younger kids. I've done my time in WWE and NXT, which I respect that a whole hell of a lot, as he should.
Except for Matt Cardona, who wants to be there. I got Gia going over. I got Mike Santana winning that damn title because he needs it. I got Kalani Jordan turning into full off fucking evil heel mode.
Okay.
I think You got the Hardys. I'm sorry. The Hardys are winning.
Yeah.
The Hardys are winning. I think the Inspiration are not losing it unless they pretty much they just won it.
Yes.
Why are you going to take it off of them? I mean, and I don't know who's going to come out and call your shot. I like I said, Leon Slater is just going to him and Javon Evans are going to kill it. That's going to be match of the night. Period.
And what about the system in order 4?
I think the system's going to win.
So mine are very easy too as well. I'm going Inspiration. Would love to see Javon, but I'm going Slater. I'm going to go with my story of Mickey James wins for the feel-good moment. I'm still now. You might have twisted my arm on this one, Mr. Paul Morales, because I'm thinking now I'm thinking that all right, I'll switch it to Gia Miller. I got to go Frankie because he just got it. I'll go the system. I'll go Kailani. I'll go the Hardys, and I'll go Mike Santana. Now with the Hardys, I will add this to what you said. I think the Hardys are going to win, and then I think Dark State attacks them, and then we get the rematch from NXT with the Hardys and Dark State at Halloween Havoc, which I think will be really good.
That'll be good.
And Dark State gets it back.
And Dark State gets it back, yeah. Now, did you see the Hardys are also now the House of Glory Tag Team Champions?
I was just going to mention that too. Sorry, you got ahead of me.
All good. No, but I think that's great. I think it's great to see them in this final run, like killing it and kicking ass and taking names. So, Dan, who are your predictions for that? As Paul and I just gave ours.
I think, Mike, you got it. Let me just say same with what you had. Now the Collier shot, I'm not. Is there a separate one for men and women, or
that's the intergender one where the winner receives a trophy and a contract they can invoice anytime within 1 year for a championship match of their
choice? Yeah, I agree with you. I like Mickey James, but I just don't see her.
I think if a male wins it, depending on who have they said who all is in it?
So right now it's Lei Ying Lee, Mance Warner, BDE, Zaya Brookside, the Hometown Man, Nick Nemeth, Ryan Nemeth, Mara Sade, Joe Hendry.
If a male wins it, I think what could happen, Trick could pull it out. And then whoever wins, like if it's a male, they cash it in right then and there. Kind of a throwback to Josh Alexander and Moose.
I like that. Okay. That's a very good comparison. I like that a lot. Now, what about you, Daniel, as far as the system and order 4 goes and all those?
Going with the system.
Okay. And we will go with Tessa and Gia Miller. Who are you going with?
Gia Miller, just because fuck the Tessa Blanchard.
Frankie and Macklin?
Frankie's my dude.
Oh, who doesn't love Frankie Kazarian, right? Yeah. Okay. And what about Kailani and Indy?
Kailani just got it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Indy's my girl. Like,
I think NXT does need, or TNA does need to get their belts back, and I would like to see. As much as Kailani just got it.
Yeah.
I would like to see Indy actually as the champion,
and I know it would make absolutely no sense, but it would make me happy.
Yeah.
Have Dexter Lumis just show up in the crowd.
That would be great, but at this current time, yes, it would make no sense. That would be fun, but I agree. And what about the other one, Leon Slater and Javon Evans?
Slater's got to do it.
And the Hardys and Team 3D and Trick Williams and Mike Santana.
I think Team 3D is going to get deleted.
Deleted. And Trick Williams and Mike
Santana. I think Mike Santana needs to win it.
All right.
That's it. He just needs to win it.
Well, we will see tomorrow night at Bound for Glory, and we'll be back this week to talk about Bound for Glory, as I just said, a Glory, and many other news and notes. Y'all, it has been 3 weeks, but it has been great to be back with these two gentlemen, even though we're very apathetic about this goddamn pay-per-view. That was Crown Jewel. Solid, but damn it, Cena and AJ Styles blew everything out of the water. of what we got to see at today's show this morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, 5 a.m. Well, not that.
And I didn't even get up for it. I was like,
I was like, no, I'm sleeping.
Motherfucker, I went to bed at 1:30 in the morning, and then I was like, okay, do I set my alarm? And then I said, well, I was kind of half awake, half asleep, and then I went to go pee, and then I came back, and I was like, I really want to watch it. I was like, no.
Well, you're the one who messaged me this morning, hey, Ninja, what are you still doing up? So I'm like, hey, man, I'm doing some stuff. Well, he didn't say Ninja. He said something else. But he said, Ninja, why are you still up? The fuck you still doing up, man? I'm like, the fuck? So, yeah, we were both up, and then we both went to sleep, yes. And Daniel, did you even get up at 8 a.m. for this or not? All right. Fair enough.
I had shit to do.
Well, the shit that we're going to do is we'll watch Bound for Glory tomorrow, and we'll give you all a review and our thoughts this week. Oh, God, professional wrestling, be better in 2025. Be better, please, so we don't have to come here on here and bitch and whine and moan like a lot of content.
Yes, and WWE fans, stop going to fucking events. Stop supporting them. I mean, I'm not telling you not to support the wrestlers because the wrestlers are completely different than from TKO, and we have to continue to keep emphasizing that. No matter what, we are having no way saying that we do not support the wrestlers, but at the same point, we have to stop pouring money into this company. I would much rather than be sold to somebody else that cares than to be with somebody that just doesn't give a shit. That would much rather take our money, and I'm done. I'm done going to shows. I'll support the wrestlers. I'll watch them because, well, we do this.
Yes.
But I'm no longer going to a show. I was gonna go to WrestleMania next year, but right now I'm just like, no.
Is the next AAA coming your way as well? Like for When Worlds Collide or whatever the next one is? I'm sure they're going to do another one.
I have no idea when the hell the next one is, but we'll find out, and then we'll let everybody know on our next show.
All right. So with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for listening. We'll be back for talking Bound for Glory and everything within the upcoming days. So with that being said, we'll start with you, Mr. Paul Morales. Where can we follow you on the social medias? The floor is yours.
The name's right there, the Dead Man of RWT. Of course, you can go into the link of my Twitter, and of course, find my link tree, which will have all of my social medias up on it. And if you don't want to look there, you could just look downstairs and just say, hey, guess what? In this description, my link tree will be there. Mr. Daniel Crimmins, my brother from another mother, hit it.
Y'all know where to find me. Mike's going to put the stuff down there. This shit's got to get better because fuck the TKO.
Fuck the TKO.
Fuck the TKO. So Daniel's links will be in the description below this show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Michael Larkin, my brother from another mother.
You're all good. So if y'all want to check out the YouTube, it's S&M Network Shows. It's StephenMikeShow.com and LFCFights.com. The Twitter's SM Show1, MCL92, and the Instagram is Larkin_92 and MLarkinMB. You can check out the SM Network Shows for the weekly review with myself, Daniel Crimmins, and Paul Morales. Daniel and I will be back with Uncaged Season 6 very soon as well. We also have the Stephen Mike Show. We got the LFC podcast. We got Deep Into the Heart of Wrestling with Robert Davis and Nicola MacDonald, the Demoness herself. We have pop culture. We have everything else in between. Subscribe to the channel and check out all the links in the description. So with that being said, for Daniel Crimmins, for Paul Morales, my name is...
We'll pay you!
We'll pay you! No, we won't. My name is Mike Larkin. Thank you so much for listening. I think the best way to sum up this whole show with our apathy and everything that goes in between it, say it with me now. Fuck the TKO.
We'll pay you.
Ah!
Come to the company, I'll pay you. You got those to Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up.
The past is gone. Now's the future.